got the weird halo going on behind me again tonight, boys and girls. That's right. We have the blinds open. How are we doing? Welcome to the pre-stream stream. This is where the cool kids hang. Have we all had a delightful Thursday? Did we all know? Did you know? Here's a fun fact for you. Today's the 15th of April. Not the 16th of April. Which means my new internet isn't installed until tomorrow. Which means I got up early this morning and sat here not doing any work for 4 hours this morning until I realised, well, until I thought, what time did they say the latest they could come would be? And I checked my phone and all of the texts that I had from them confirmed 16th, which for some reason I had in my head was today. But no, today's the 15th. So no internet today. I do blame past Kev. Anna called me all sorts of names. She was very cruel about it all. She's an evil woman, clearly. But yeah, we go again tomorrow. And we have to make sure that everything is clear near the areas where they might have to be. We have to prepare Andy for it. We have to get up nice and early because they could be here as early as 8 a.m. So we need to make sure that we've all had our breakfast and showers and everything before 8, which if she was at work would be fine, but she's off work at the moment. Well, she's off today and tomorrow. So, yeah. She's really happy that she had to get up early on both of her days off. How are we all doing though? Is everybody good? Have we all had a delightful 15th of April? I still couldn't remember what the date was then. I hope we've all had a delightful Thursday, the 15th of April. See, I know the date and the day of the week. I'm that special. I'm not a monster. Everyone else is a monster. I blame everyone. You lot was sat with me for 3 hours last night, me talking about this. Not one of you said, Kev, hold your horses. It's the 15th tomorrow. So I blame every one of you. It can't possibly be my fault. I blame whoever invented the calendar because today everyone knows. I mean, you've been feeling it all day. Today felt like a 16th of April. This was never a 15th. This was absolutely a 16th today. So I blame the calendar. Is the subathon definitely happening tomorrow? Are you messing with me with days again? It's definitely not tomorrow. It really depends on how the internet installation goes. If it all goes wrong, we might not have internet on Saturday. If we have internet on Saturday, then yes, I will be streaming from 10 a.m. Saturday morning with a subathon clock on there, and we'll see how long we can run for. Tomorrow is not Saturday. Stop messing with me, you evil monsters. Goodness me. There you go. The Ben Hopkins brand said, I did think it was the 16th today. Exactly. It just felt like the 16th. Tomorrow's going to be weird. It's going to feel like a bonus day. It's going to be Groundhog Day. We're just going to do the 16th all over again, apart from the handful of you who think tomorrow's Saturday. Aye, 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 aye. Tomorrow is April the 16th, part 2. Saturday the 16th of April. Yeah. I think we should give up on calendars and dates. And let's face it, let's give up on days of the week, calendars, times, and just get them out here to fix my internet, and then we'll be fine. Do you think we'll get promoted after bottling automatic? Who is we? Are you the Sunderland fan from last night? It's always difficult if you're that team who bottles automatic and falls into the playoffs. In my experience, that team doesn't usually get promoted. It's usually the team that storms into the playoffs late and ends up scraping in 6th place after 5 wins in a row. What do I think of Dr. Benji's save with Thames? I haven't really seen any. I saw episode 1 and that's it. When are the 2 cameras back? Well, there's no point in me fiddling with the computer until I've got the new internet, because when I get the new internet, I'm going to have to fiddle with all the settings anyway. So I'm going to have to reconnect everything that's connected by Wi-Fi. So as part of the new internet being set up, I'll put my new capture card in, and then we should, theoretically, we can have up to 4 cameras then. So that would be super. So hopefully the Subathon on Saturday will happen. And as part of it happening, I'll re-debut the 2-camera setup. That's the plan. Did I do any other work like the Born database whilst waiting? I was waiting. I didn't want to get stuck into anything. I knew they could come at any moment. So I just sat here. Oh, dear. Right. Should we play some Football Manager? I think we should. The halo behind my head is already gone. It's that sweet spot at like 7 minutes to 7 when I have this really bright halo just as the sun drops down over the house over there. So I want it back. But I imagine we'll never hit that point again. We might do at some point during the subathon on a normal stream. We're never going to get that perfect, weird backlighting again. Right, we're jumping straight into a match. If you weren't in last night's stream, the big story is Sergio Tabakaru, who we signed in the summer. Our little wonder kid. We signed for only, well, I thought we paid 6 million, but apparently we paid 9 million for him. But either way, it was a bargain at whatever price we paid for him. He's got 17 goals from 13 appearances in all competitions so far this season, averaging a 7.5. He is tearing it up and hopefully will continue to do so today. He's single-handedly going to keep us in the Premier League, hopefully. This is what the Premier League table looks like. We're in 11th place. Tabakaru, top scorer in the Premier League, as you would expect. Michael Penis is number 3. How you doing, Michael Penis? Let's scout you. We've already got Wang and Cum in our team. We should probably sign Michael Penis as well. That'd be perfect. What are the ideas for the 4-camera setup? Realistically, I'm not going to have a 4-camera setup. It will just be a 2-camera setup like it was before. But my capture card that I did have for the wide camera, I used to have the wider view for, I'm looking at it now, it's not plugged in. I used to have the wider view for the intros and for cutaways and stuff, but that capture card broke and needed replacing. I was kind of holding fire and replacing it. I wasn't that bothered. I thought this one was okay, but then they announced this one that you can plug up to 4 in. So I'll just plug that in instead, and I can stop using the USB one I'm using on this camera. I'll still use the 4K one that the gaming PC goes in by, but it just gives me the option to add an extra camera then if I want to. So, but I've got I've got cameras everywhere. Cameras coming out my eyeballs. I've got this one. I've got loads of little point and shoot things that you can plug HDMIs into. So theoretically, I could do a 4-camera setup if I wanted to. I can't imagine why I would. I think 2 cameras is probably plenty. Unless I do like a sticker opening and want an overhead camera. We'll see. It's nice to have the option. What's a subathon? I'm glad you asked. A subathon, basically I'm going to start streaming at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning with a 3-hour clock and then stop streaming when the clock runs out. But every time someone subscribes to the channel or gifts subs or does a Twitch Prime or a donation or cheer or anything that involves parting with hard-earned cash and sending it my way, anything like that adds time to the clock. The last time we did one of these, we started at 10 a.m. on a Saturday and we finished at midnight. So we went 14 hours. And that was because I had to draw a line under it and say, right, we're stopping at midnight. So, yeah, going to be fun. What about the 11 a.m. video? I'll just still release it anyway. There'll be, what, 200 people tops watching here on Twitch. I think it'll be fine for those people to just watch the YouTube video at their leisure. We can have a toy cam. We could have a toy cam. Kev from every angle. Yeah, I could do like next time I do a Manscaped promo, I could have like a scrotum cam under the table. There you go. Scotty's thinking along the same lines. Wang cam. Which presumably points at Sheepdog if he's ever in here. Just react to the 11 a.m. video as part of the stream. Nah, I don't want to rob myself of views. I'll be popping in and out on Saturday. That's what I would expect. I don't expect anyone to sit. If we go 14 hours again, I don't expect anyone to be here for the full 14 hours. That's mad. Especially it's the first Saturday since lockdown restrictions have been eased. It's the first Saturday you can actually go out somewhere. Don't feel that you have to spend the day watching me. It just so happens that it's also the first Saturday where I'm at a bit of a loose end in a long time, because normally the weekends rotate. One weekend Anna's at work, the next weekend Amy's here, then Anna's at work, then Amy's here, and it rotates back and forth like that. But because we've just had the school holidays and Amy wants to go out with her friends this weekend, they're going shopping. She's not coming this weekend now because she came last midweek instead. So Anna's not at work this weekend. Amy's not here this weekend. So finally, for the first time since July, I've got the opportunity to do a subathon again. That was the last time we did one. July. That was the last time I had a free Saturday that I could do one on. So it's been a while. Who's opening the door? Is that Dave or Anna? You are? I didn't make a mistake. BT made a mistake. The calendar people made a mistake. You made a mistake by not checking. You should have checked. You know what I'm like. First time in here, first thing I hear was shaving your scrotum. Glad I followed. Welcome along. I'll probably be watching it because every other channel on TV will be about that funeral. Yeah. Not really sure what to do when that's happening. I guess we'll have to do a minute silence. But that'll do. Yeah, the subathon, the only other subathon we've ever done was back in July. I had to go and dig out the stream stats for it to try and work out how much time to add per sub. Because we added, I think we added 5 minutes per sub last time. But we'd maxed out to midnight on the clock by like 5 p.m. So I want to add a little bit of jeopardy to it this time. So we're adding a little bit less time per sub. I want us to be sat here at 10 o'clock in the evening, not knowing if it's going till midnight or not. I think that'll make it more interesting, not knowing when it's going to end. Whereas for more than half of the last one, it was just, yeah, we're doing a really long stream today. We're going to stream till midnight. Is there a Manscaped update? No. No, not at the moment. Right. We need another goal here. Or else we're going to have to... switch the tactic up, and no one wants to switch the tactic up. I do still have my important sign, though. Just in case. Tabakaru's not been with it today. Which is a little bit of a shame. Perhaps he had his one good stream last night, and that's him finished now. That'd be desperately, desperately unfortunate. 10 seconds a sub. Don't think we could get away with 10 seconds per sub. I'm thinking like 3 minutes a sub. Seems about right. Last time we did it, I got about... Right, I need to do some maths. I was trying to do the maths on this earlier. Last time we did it, I got 202 subs over the course of the stream. I couldn't get the exact data for donations and stuff, but 202 subs at 5 minutes is 1,010. So that's nearly 17 hours right there at 5 minutes a sub. So based on that, we had... Plus, we had donations were overpowered. So I need to try and make it so if we got a similar sort of number of subs again, we just about hit 11 hours of added time to get us through till midnight again. That's what I'm thinking. So I think aiming at about 3 minutes will probably still get us to midnight, but it might not. And I think that adds a little bit of fun to it. We'll do the whole season if we do 14 hours. Yeah, we did a whole season last time. I can confirm since yesterday I stopped buying from winning the league and my Dortmund saved after 13 years. Congratulations. Yes, we're doing a subathon on Saturday, hopefully. Again, this is all dependent on no internet disaster tomorrow. We look tired, apparently. Charming. I did get up early this morning, but still a little bit harsh. We finally accepted I was right. No, we haven't, Mike, because we've just bottled another game playing the 4-2-3-1. So since following your words of wisdom, we barely beat the team who are bottom of the league. got smashed. Okay, we did beat a team from the division below and then drew against somebody else. I still think we should have changed. Will I do my exercise thing every hour? I forgot about that. What did I do last time? I shouldn't sit in this chair for 14 hours. What did I do last time? I don't remember what we did. I guess I could. I've got the under table pedaling thing now. I could do a bit. I could pedal for 10 minutes every hour or something. Who are we loaning out? Pandele. I can live with that. Hydrate. And walked around and did exercise. The problem with doing it exactly like that here is last time I was doing it in my massive garage and I had walking around and stretching room. In here, I don't really have room to stretch. I could lean back on my chair and touch the door handle. Every hour, take 1 cup upstairs. Well, that'll do me for the first hour. I'll do some pedaling or something, or I guess I could do some stretches. We'll figure it out. What time on Saturday am I planning on starting? 10 a.m. I think is when we're going to start, or thereabouts. Give or take a few minutes. But I emphasize again, we're not officially announcing and confirming this until after tomorrow, which won't be on a stream because I'm not streaming now until Saturday. If I stream Saturday, but if everything goes wrong with this internet tomorrow, then I won't be able to do it. I think that's a worst case scenario. I think I'd like to think the worst that could happen is they just can't fit the new one and I just keep this one. I mean, this is fine. It's not that there's nothing particularly wrong. My speeds are good. I get 70 down, 20 up. But as you saw last night, it just has a habit of disconnecting for a couple of seconds every hour, which is a pain in the trousers. Every hour do 20 press-ups. I have not done 20 press-ups in my entire life. I don't think I've ever done a proper press-up. I have a big bunion on my big toe of my right foot where I broke my toe when I was a teenager and it kind of just developed into a bunion. So I have no flex in my big toe on one foot now. So I can't lunge off that leg. I can't get into the press-up position. So I can only do press-ups off my knees. We used to call them girls press-ups when I was at school. I guess you can't get away with calling them that now. But yeah, no flex in that toe. Have I had any but you weren't doing vlogs anymore comments? No, because I don't think anybody's that thick. Because I didn't say I'm never doing vlogs again. I said stop asking for vlogs. There'll be some at some point. They'll just be different and not very often. I made it really clear in the video that if we go somewhere and do something, we'll vlog it. I just wasn't going to force it. So, I mean, if ultimately anyone who makes a fuss about, oh, you said you weren't going to vlog and now you are, they're just getting blocked because they'll be the same people who are moaning when I said I can't vlog. We were in a pandemic, morons. What did you want me to vlog? Sitting in this chair? You could watch me streaming for that. That's effectively what this is. I've turned the football manager off, go full screen. This is a preview of what a vlog would have been over the last year. Just me sitting here like this. Not reclining this far because I couldn't in my old chair. But yeah, it's not quite the same, is it? Can we make it a vlogathon? Well, one of my cameras, might even be 2 of my cameras. Theoretically, and I've never actually tested this theory out. I think it's this one. No, it's not this one. It might be this one. Whichever is the newer one of these. I've got 3 of them. Hold on. Might be this one. Look how battered all my gear is. That one, the screen is hanging off. This one is literally held together with tape at the bottom. That was my first ever camera. So I think this one must be the newest one. This one can connect to the internet on my phone. So theoretically, if I had enough battery, I could live stream a vlog off of this. But I think the battery would die in about 20 minutes. So it wouldn't be that much fun. time lapse of the subathon. I could do a time lapse. I need to find my GoPro if I want to do time lapses. I bought a new GoPro just before we moved. And I had it that one time we went to Nottingham after we moved. I had it there. I don't remember seeing it since. It must have come into the office because the time lapse I did on it on Upper Parliament Street in Nottingham made it into that video back in November. So it made it into the house and I have not seen it since. So somewhere in here, there's a GoPro. Or a second GoPro. I've got the other GoPros over there. But that one's Andy's one, officially. Even though he's fallen out of it at the moment. So I don't know where it is. Kev should do a video showing his camera collection. I mean, it won't be a very interesting video. It's 3 of the same little point and shoot things, a couple of GoPros, 2 Canon DSLRs, a little mirrorless Canon thing, and I've got an Insta 360 thing, a couple of drones. I think that's it. Various phones. It's just tools, isn't it? That's how I always describe it to Anna when she moans at me for buying new cameras and stuff. If I was a plumber, would you moan at me for buying a new spanner? Of course not. Don't tell Anna you lost it. Oh, she knows I've lost it. The important thing is I never lost my AirPods, so I won that battle. She put hers in the washing machine the other week. So her AirPods are broken, and mine have still never been lost. Whoever wins that battle. I'm here for the LOLLUJO, staying for Tabakaru. That works for me. Perhaps I moved it with the mugs. But then it should be in the dishwasher, and it's not there either. Oh, here he is. Here's the man himself. He missed. He hasn't scored yet this evening. The video of your cameras, if you did it, you should say the do's and don'ts from those cameras. I'm not a camera guy. I don't really... It's not a video I should make. I've tried to do stuff like that in the past, and I just don't have the technical knowledge. If there's something that I can't do on the one that I've got, I'll buy a new one. Vlogging from inside the dishwasher. That'd be quite a fun vlog. How have 1,000 people not used the Skillshare link yet? Because we get a new one every 2 weeks, I guess. I mean, they might have done. Can you still click on it? I mean, I'll let you behind the curtain a little bit. I don't know if anyone's tracking the numbers. It might just be advertising speak to say the first 1,000 people. And they just let anyone do it who clicks on it. Why? What's in it for them for turning people away? I don't know if they're actually counting. I do remember the team Rushton and Diamonds. I went and had a look at their old ground when we went down to Rushton Lakes before Christmas, or what's left of it anyway. Why is it NordVPN's birthday every day? Because at the start of the contract, that's the wording they gave me, and they haven't given me any new wording yet, so I'm not changing it. And I'm not going to change it until they tell me to. So that's why it's their birthday every day. I mean, ultimately, as long as they're giving you a discount, we're all good, aren't we? It's like those places that are always having a closing down sale, but have been open for 14 years. They'll close down eventually. The DFS sale. They did actually close down though, didn't they? But like the Works, the cheapo bookshop, is that Pedro de la Vega off of Apollon? The Works has been closing down for at least 20 years. They might well have closed down by now with the pandemic and everything, but the amount, every time I've ever been in there, it's a closing down sale. Here in America, when somebody says they're going out of business, they actually close fairly quickly. Yeah, here it just means, please buy our things. I don't really know how they get away with it. I don't know if they're going to the trouble of going into new, like folding the companies and reopening the company, like keeping the store open with a different ownership or something. There must be some way they get around it. Because otherwise, unless there's just no laws stopping you from completely lying about it in the UK. Which, I mean, there might not be a law about it. Who knows? At this rate, Woolworths will be back. I'm not as nostalgic about Woolworths as a lot of people are. Because my main memory of Woolworths, because it was in town. There wasn't a Woolworths within walking distance at home or anything. So I never went there without my mum. The only time we ever went to Woolworths was being dragged around for school uniform. It was a pretty miserable day going to Woolworths. It meant we were also going to C&A. DFS are still going. My word. I was only nostalgic for the pick and mix. Yeah, see, I was never allowed pick and mix. I'd ask for pick and mix and be told to just go and pick a chocolate bar or something. You're not having pick and mix. I was only allowed it when it was half price. I never knew it was sometimes half price. That's amazing. I did used to like root through the games and the music and stuff in there as I got a little bit older. And they used to have a decent toy section upstairs. I remember they always had a good range of Transformers. And it was the only place that sold a decent range of toys in the centre of Peterborough. The only place that had more toys than Woolworths was Toys R Us. And you had to get, it was an extra trip in the car to go to Toys R Us because that was a little bit out of town. So I guess Woolworths did have its perks. But everyone else gets so excited about it. And I remember shopping for school clothes there. And I remember when I first moved out of home, going there and buying all my kitchen stuff, like saucepans and a chopping board that I've still got. Can't have pick and mix. Child services should have been called. Pick and mix is expensive. We weren't rich when I was a kid. I was telling this to Anna the other day. We never had Sky or cable or anything like that. We never had the internet. Not because it didn't exist, because we just didn't have it. We had the 5 terrestrials. I didn't have a CD. I said last night, I didn't have a portable CD player. I just had the one CD player in my room, which I didn't get until I was much older. Yeah, well, I wasn't allowed pick and mix. Basically, this is what I looked like as a child, just without the beard. Poor sad young Kev. Was I the kid that was always so hyper I wasn't allowed sweets? I was never really a big fan of sweets. That's the other thing as well. I don't have much of a sweet tooth. When I was allowed pick and mix, my mum wouldn't let us finish filling the pot until it weighed multiple kilos. Is that how they did it then? Per cup rather than per weight? 'Cause I know when you get it at the cinema, I know not long after me and Anna met, we went to the cinema. She ruined me on pick and mix at the cinema. That was almost the point of no return there. It's like, oh, come on now. That's cost more than a trip. What's happening here? You've not even got a lot of sweets. But it's because it was done by weight and she was getting the heavy sweets. Get marshmallows, for goodness sake. Living the dream with 5 channels, only 4 over here. I mean, to be fair, what year did Channel 5 come in? For a lot of my childhood, we only had 4. Channel 5 was probably... I was probably like 16 when we got Channel 5. And we had that before the internet and before... I mean, we never had Sky or anything like that when I was living at home. The first time I ever had extra TV options was when I got ITV Digital in my second flat. Thought I was really fancy. I got ITV Digital on the promise that I'd be able to watch. And bear in mind, this was 20 years ago. There was talk of us being able to watch all Football League games in full on the red button. So I'm like, I'm forget Sky, I'm getting ITV Digital, so I'll be able to watch posh away games on it, and it'd be brilliant. Never materialised, went out of business, nearly ruined the Football League. Channel 5 launched in 1997. Yeah, so I was 15 in 97. Because I'm so much older than you. Some of you, this is where some of you step in and say, Kev, I'm older than you, don't worry. Yeah, but some of you are probably not even 15 now. Lincoln were the first club to go into administration after IT Division went bust. Well, there you go. Pumpster was born in 1997. That's perverse. It's hideous. We got a cuddly monkey from ITV Digital. He, did he start? I can never remember. I did have the cuddly monkey thing. Did he? He went on to do PG Tips with Johnny Vegas afterwards, didn't he? I remember it being on digital. I remember it was on digital when I got it. That was when there was all the promise of it being amazing, and then it changed to ITV Digital. And then it all went to pot. I always remember 5 channels, but I was born in 94. Also, what I remember, bear in mind, Channel 5 appeared when I was 15. Channel 5 was just full of porn, wasn't it? That's all it was. I don't know if it's still like that. I haven't watched normal TV for years, but Channel 5 had this reputation for just being absolutely riddled with porn. And for those of us who didn't have Sky, it was, bear in mind, this was pre-internet. You either had to find a magazine in the woods or catch Channel 5 at exactly the right time, after your parents were already in bed. That's my favourite video across all channels. What, that I've made? Probably the Nuneaton intro from, what, 3 years ago? Where I did the interview with the chairman and the team talk and all that. That was brilliant. They were such good sports. I remember in Soccer AM. Soccer AM was brilliant. I loved Soccer AM. To the point where I still put Sunday Brunch on sometimes now just because it's got Lovejoy on it. I just still quite like Lovejoy. When I was a child, we got Premiere, the German Sky equivalent. And they had a promotion at the time to get a PSP with a subscription. It was one of the luckiest days of my then young life. I mean, the fact that when you were a kid, the PSP existed. I remember getting a Game Boy in, I want to say it would have been like 1991, maybe 92. I got a Game Boy and I remember being gutted that one of my mates got a Game Gear and it was in colour. And then I had the last laugh. And then there was that weird kid that had an Atari Lynx. Everyone had one weird mate who had an Atari Lynx. This is where I'm waiting for most of you to own up and say, I was that weird kid who had the Atari Lynx. Because I just figure the weird kid who had the Atari Lynx is probably just the kind of person to hang out on Twitch 20 years later. I feel like there's a type. PSP came out one day after my 8th birthday. That's awful. When was the PSP? It was like 2006? Was it before or after the Xbox 360? 360 was 2006, wasn't it? And I feel like the PSP would have been, yeah, it was around the same time. Okay, so 2005. Hydrate. This video by you was the National Video Game Arcade when I played Jenga. But when we did the Football Manager meetup, that was fun. First computer was a Commodore 64. Mine was a Spectrum. Giant Jenga. Yeah, absolutely. Giant Jenga. That's not even there anymore. It's moved to somewhere in the north, Leeds or Sheffield. It's all the same up that way. It's not in Nottingham anymore. That's all I know. Very sad. Sheffield. Yeah, like I said, somewhere in the north. It's gone to Scotland. It's so far away, it's no longer relevant. There would have been, it would have been a who's who of, I mean, a lot of people who are now in the Streamer Showdown would have been in that video. Should we find it? I'm interested now to see who's in it. LOLLUJO. What was it? Nottingham meetup. Should find it that way. And that was when I went on my own. How is Loki ranking above me for my own name? Is that it? No. That's me talking about it. What would I have called it? That's the first time I told Miles that he should put Ultimate Team in Football Manager. Nottingham event. No, I don't know. Nottingham LOLLUJO. Not that's just going to bring up old vlogs. That's going to be no help at all. Oh no, there you go. Of course, that's how you find it. Just kill the music for a minute. See who we can find in this video.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Why you're fat and she's skinny? What are you watching, Kev? Ah, my recommendations are ruined. That's this is the I don't know why I've got the vlog channel loaded on here. I never watch anything on the vlog channel, so the recommendations are absolutely ruined on that channel. I watch everything on the LOLLUJO channel usually, but I guess the last thing I uploaded on here would have been. Here you go. There's a few of them. Who have we got out here? See if we can spell. Oh, it's him. Didn't realise he was there.
Well, it's about.
My beard is so neat. This is where we did the little talk. Do we recognise anyone on there? Alfie. Alfie actually showed up. Spencer obviously wasn't streaming that day. Here we go. Now we've got the Jenga. There's Herb. I can see Herb's beard.
Who takes that one as the second move? What is happening?
There we go.
Come on, that's to put together.
Oh, Tom's just an embarrassment, eh? Just an embarrassment. There's Azapardi. Nerdphonic hovering in the background. Probably under a different name back then.
On the channel. We've never had gaming like this before.
There's Curty. There he is. Wearing a jumper in, what was it, like September. I'll let him off. Who else? Did anyone else turn up? There you go. We've got a slightly different angle there. Is there anyone else? This is the video I started watching. Awesome. Slightly different angle again. Captain Goodspeed. Where is he? What, in that? I can't see him in that shot. That's Bad Jokes Gaming, isn't it? Is that what is he still called that now? There's some people on here I still don't know who they are. That's Captain Goodspeed, isn't it? Wearing a LOLLUJO shirt. He's a good boy, isn't he? There's me! In my Kevin Chapman Show shirt. Blimey, Anna turned up. And then we all went and had a big sausage in the Red Dog Saloon. That was the first day I met a lot of those people. I look really happy about it. Oh, my word. We should do something like that again once all this nonsense is over. Thing is, it was just a perfect reason to get everyone together because they had the Football Manager exhibit there, which, I mean, for anyone who came on the day, I know Scotty's going, I was there, I was there, I was there. You can confirm then just how bad the Football Manager exhibit was. It was so small. But we should go and do something at the Football Museum in Manchester or something. That's got a little Football Manager section in, or it did last time I went. We should go and do, once all this is over, we should do like a big Football Manager community thing in Manchester and go and hang out at the Football Museum and find a something, a bar or a hotel or something nearby where we can just book a big room to hang out in and swap stickers. Exactly. Bum, 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 bum. It's one of the excuses to wear your crown in public. Absolutely. I'm in America. I live in America, so I can't. Just fly over for it. It'll be worth it. We'll come to you. If you fly to this one, we'll fly there for the next one. Can't say fairer than that. Loki flew over from Northern Ireland for the Nottingham one. Just organise a lads' night out. See, the idea of a lads' night out does not appeal to me at all. I don't do lads or nights out. I'd want some kind of event that could be finishing as the sun started to go down and I could leave and then let the drinkers go drink. Because there were plenty of people who went to that one in Nottingham who had their stories of what they did on their night out afterwards. I just went home. Actually, did I stay in a hotel? I might have stayed in a hotel. But I think we probably just went home after the meal at like 7 o'clock. I went for a pint with Miles and Gripper after the Friday launch night. See, I just went straight home after that. America's a bit further than Northern Ireland, to be fair. I mean, I've never seen any evidence of that. They both seem pretty far away. I wouldn't want to walk to either of them. So on that basis, I don't see how it's any different. What was Lucky Ducky like? Nice, man. Yeah, he was a lovely chap. We did a little, I don't want to call it a live show, but me and Loki sat on a stave. A stave? Me and Loki sat on a stage for about 2 hours doing a Q&A. It was fun. Take the Streamer Showdown lads to a Peterborough match. Again, if they refer to themselves as lads, they ain't coming. They're not welcome. Who won the Leeds game? No idea. We did probably because we're that high in the league. Surely somebody was watching and knows what the result of the last game was. I think we won 2-1, but I don't remember in that much detail. I think it was 2-1, but we could have conceded a late equaliser and I wouldn't have noticed. Modern gentlemen. I like that. Or chaps. I think referring to them as the Streamer Showdown chaps is fine. Problem with getting the Streamer Showdown chaps involved is then we've once again got the problem of one of them being in America. Here we go. Love my praise for Zealand today. I left him no praise. And he didn't even reply. He's a monster. I said such a nice thing about him and he didn't even say, thank you, Kev. You're a nice man. Thank you. Kevin, the Chapman. I like it. Did you see that finish, by the way? Tabakaru. I mean, don't get used to him. He's only here this season. He's not on loan, but there's absolutely no chance we keep him. Because he's just too good for us. He's already nailed on to be in my FM21 Team of the Year. How was my day? It was all right once I realised I could actually get on with it and didn't have to wait for the BT to come because I got the day wrong. Oh, he's in again! A 20th goal of the season already! The man's ridiculous! How have we got a player like this? Said the same thing about Cernajacki. I did say the same thing about Cernajacki, but as much as I don't want to besmirch the good name of Mitar Cernajacki, Cernajacki was never this good, was he? Cernajacki was great for Bourne, whereas Tabakaru is just the best striker in the Premier League. And I don't know that Cernajacki was ever the best winger in the Premier League. Yeah, BT Day is tomorrow, which means an early alarm again tomorrow. I'm really popular with Anna at the moment. Sir and Jackie won us the Champions League. I guess he did. I made a Sir and Jackie standalone video where he showed he was one of the best in the world. Yeah, I guess so. I still think not as good as Tabakaru, though. But we'll see, I guess. I suppose I should make a standalone video of this guy, showing everyone how great he is. I'll do an Omega Luke style clickbait. Look what Wonder Kid I found, but then be like, yeah, he's a new gen, you can't have him. I'm not going to tell you that on the thumbnail. Quick question, if you start a new game on stream during the stream, do you have to end the stream? What? I don't know what you mean. Bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Looks like plenty of other people do know what you mean, though. So, question answered. You're welcome. Bum, 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 bum. It's harder to bum to this music. That's the problem. Come on, let's have another goal. Oh, we're going to as well. Ahoy! Offside. What would be the best advice you give to a new streamer? Don't stream every day. Stream 2 or 3 times a week and make YouTube videos on the other days. Because if you just stream, no one will ever find you. So you need to make some YouTube content or TikTok content or Instagram content. You just need something somewhere that has some discoverability that then sends people to your stream. Because no one's going to find you just on Twitch. That's advice based on if you're actually trying to make a real go of it. If you just want to have fun and you enjoy streaming, just stream. It's fine. Just be aware of what you're getting yourself into at the start. Because if it gets to the point of, okay, I do still really enjoy it, but I would quite like to see if it could become a job now. That's the point where you need something else alongside it. You can't just do it with Twitch. Doesn't work like that anymore. This is where everyone says, but so-and-so just did Twitch and they're now one of the biggest streamers on the platform. Yeah, they did it back when you could just do it on Twitch. You can't now. Don't stream the same time as Kev. I don't know if I agree with that. I would say pick your favourite creators and start streaming about half an hour before they're due to stop. And spend the most of their stream in their chat. Don't even mention that you're streaming. Don't be in there being a wang, but just hang out in their stream, be a part of their community, and then about half an hour before when they usually end, fire your stream up so that when it gets to the end of their stream and they're looking for someone to raid and they see your name on the list, they're like, oh wow, Thomas G's streaming. I didn't even know he streams. Let's raid Thomas G. He was here earlier this evening. That's how you do it. But if you ask for the raid, you ain't having it. But be a valuable member of the community and be there ready for a raid at the end of the stream. And you'll get it. Suit and beard. Oh yeah, you need a suit and a beard. Well, I've decided you don't need a suit for streaming. Suits are just for YouTube. Don't be a wang and you might get raided. Exactly. One thing's for sure, if you're a wang, you're definitely not getting raided. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom. Come on, let's have another one. He's in again. Oh, my word. What a goal. What a goal! He feels like a glitch. The goals he scored just in this game. It feels like a cheat code. Whew. Dun, dun, dun. It was like that guy dropping you praise the other night after a stream, saying you raided him once before. Said he must have been good for you to come back. Yeah, bless him. I remember him saying that. Don't remember him from before. But then I raided a lot of people. He seemed like a nice chap, though. I'll remember his name eventually. I still don't remember it now. I'm bad with names. Does this mean you can claim dry cleaning as business expense? I guess if I did dry cleaning, I could. Those suits were all a business expense. Because, I mean, if revenue and customs ever want to question it, I'll say, look, here's the receipts. I only bought the top half of them. What the hell do you think they were for if they weren't for work? I sit at my desk recording the top half of my body. If you ever find a receipt that's got a pair of trousers on as well, then you're all good. But yeah, the suits are business expenses. But I just wash them in the washing machine. Because again, it doesn't matter if they're a bit creased up. You only see a little bit of them, don't you? Dun, 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 dun. Is it possible that a regen appears in another save? The name might, but the same player won't, I don't think. No! After we were promoting Thomas G's stream as well. Thought he was going to score a late equaliser against us. Oh my word. I'm learning these songs now. It's good. Oh, we're going to have a number 4 for Tabakaru. I can live with that. Aka looks tall. Oh! I thought we were going to grab a 4th. We've got the best new gen that's ever been in the game. When we eventually sell him, probably in January, I'm tempted to... Is there a way to get... Does Genie Scout still exist? I want to see what his actual current ability and potential ability is. But I've got the editor disabled for the save, so I can't use the proper in-game editor thing that you buy. I'd need to use the Rascal version. But I do want to know just how good he was. But not while he's still playing for me, because that would spoil it. Still exists. Excellent. Remind me when we sell him to look into that. So I've got to know how good he is. I want to know if he's just incredibly overpowered or if he's just a normal standard new gem who just happens to be have the perfect combination of attributes to make him as sensational as he is. I'd suggest it's probably the second of those things. What a start to his Premier League career. Weirdly, he wasn't scoring at a goal a game in Romania. He just seems to be a perfect fit for our team. It's getting better as well. He's still only 20 years old. He's scoring at more than a goal a game internationally. Is he in the Dream 11 yet? No. See, that's the thing. He's still... When he's not that far down, he's like the 12th best player in the Premier League. I mean, he's nearly as good as Arsenal's 2 best players. And that guy, Leg, is in the Dream 11. So he's very, very close to being in the Dream 11. Which is nuts. Didn't we just give Prieto a rest? We're actually going to have to send him on holiday, aren't we? So we gave him a week off training before. Does it tell me he's the next somebody? He's a star player for his country. He's good. Wouldn't be surprised if his PA is maxed out. That's so unusual for a new gen though, isn't it? Sergio Tabacar is a Romanian FM researcher, so he's in every game. Really? But not this good, presumably. Why has he emerged so late into it? I thought all the researchers came through in the first couple of seasons. But we're 10 seasons in, and he's only just emerged. He's still only 20. Owen wants me to look at his player. We can do that. We agreed last night, by the way, that all of the players that I owe you, we're going to go through and do them on Saturday morning at the start of the subathon. There you go, Owen. You're now at Celtic. Just gone there as well. I've got the Romanian Pele. Unless he's a re-roll in the name. Does that happen? Good to see. I finally have a permanent club. Congratulations. I've never noticed myself reincarnating. Hold on. Was that a message just about how good he is? We've got a good player. We've got a good player. We've got a good player. A good player. A good player. We've got a good player. Ha 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 ha. That's my new song. I like it. Do you like it? Like it as much as I like it? What time does the subathon start? Internet allowing 10 a.m. But keep an eye on my Twitter because it might not happen at all if tomorrow goes wrong. It's very much we'll see. I've reattached my cushion to my chair, by the way. I quite like it in the middle of my back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I got the day wrong with the internet. It's actually tomorrow they're coming. I'm a silly goose, and I got the day wrong. Can you believe it? But what we'll also do on Saturday is we'll do the rest of this box of stickers. We've got another 40 packs in there, and I've got 97 gaps in my book. So I don't think there's much chance of us finishing the book. You found him on Instagram. That's amazing. Should we go and have a look at him? Should we all go and follow him on Instagram? Instagram. I don't even know if I'm logged in. No, didn't think I would be. Oh, am I? Oh, I am. Excellent. Bum, ba, bum, ba. No, I'm not. Never mind. He's private, but you'll see his profile pic. Yeah, but we're all going to go and follow him. Wow. He's a leading contender for the World Under-21 Footballer of the Year award. I don't know that I've ever had anyone win this. Previously won by the likes of Mbappe, De Ligt, Foden, Fati. He's in good company, isn't he? Read who his contract. He's got 5 years left on it. Ha ha ha! Yeah, ain't happening. Yeah. He is never signing another contract with us. He's going to sign for someone proper in January. It might be the most perfect 4 months we've ever had. Just tweeted you his profile. Thank you very much. Shall we go and have a look at him on Twitter? That's him. That's the man. There he is, look. Looks older than 20. He's got a little bit of grey. A little bit of salt and pepper in the sides there. Also follows nearly as many people as are following him. Rookie mistake, that is. If you want that tick, you've got to get that ratio sorted. Handsome man, to be fair. I mean, he's no Kev, is he? I mean, he's not unattractive, but he's no Kev. He's on the verge of history. What? So he could become our highest goal scorer in a season ever. And it's November. That'd be brilliant. He sets all our club records and then leaves in January for the 92 million release clause we've got on him. Thing is, it'd be a disaster. Because there's not a chance we'd ever replace him. He's a once in a game cycle find. We're never going to get another player like that for that kind of price to actually agree to come to us and for it to work out so perfectly. How did I find him? He just came up on the scout report. And we noticed that Atletico and Milan were both in for him. So there you go. He's won player of the month. He's won young player of the month every month he's been here. So he just keeps winning young player of the month. But now he's the player of the month as well. Wonder if he's on our favoured personnel list yet. He should be. He is. He's already on favoured personnel. Ho, 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 ho. Da, 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 da. The scout does need a raise, but I also need all the kudos for offering him 4 times what he was asking for. My camera's just died. This is why we need to get the new capture card in. I am still here. You just can't see me. It's very sad, I know, but I'll reappear in a moment. Bob, bob, bob. Now got my shirt off. Oh, you're missing this. I'm testing out my ball reviving spray that I was sent by Manscaped. I need to be quick before this camera comes back on. Ugh, just put it away. I'm revived, though. I feel 1,000 times fresher than I did before. Is this camera coming back on? Camera! Hey! Oh, I'm really blurry. Where's my diary that I use for focusing the camera? Do. Boom, I'm expecting Anna to be sat there. That'd be amazing. The Undertaker comes back. Right, what have I just agreed to? Oh, wage budget. I thought we were doing a scouting meeting, but no, they just gave me more wage budget. I'd rather have some transfer budget, please. But I guess that's fine. Posture check. Woohoo, there we go. How much money have we got? We've actually got some decent amounts of spensies. Should we go and find Tabakaru's brother? Why isn't he a team leader yet? Save the ball talk for my OnlyFans. Look, I'm playing Football Manager. You want to hear me talk about balls. That's what the game is. Really don't like wrestling these days, but who's my favourite of all time? Favourite of all time? Probably the Rock. I don't know. Stone Cold. I've got the Rock sat on my desk now. I've got the Rock sat here, and then behind me, which way do I need to turn my desk? Behind me, there's a massive Stone Cold. So I guess one of those two. We're talking all time. Right, come on, let's go do a football. Bum, 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 bum. I was also a big Razor Ramon fan as a kid. Loved Razor Ramon. Rob, thank you very much for the sub. But never really watched WCW because certainly not until it went on to Saturday afternoons on ITV. But my uncle used to record WWF for us off of Sky. And I had no way of watching WCW, so I never watched that. So once Razor Ramon left, I didn't know about the NWO or anything until years later. Who was injured? Oh, get Jindra on. I know you're not big fans of Jindra. I don't think for it you need to find a new club for January with 100 million transfer budget. Maybe that does need to be the job now. Go and try and get the Real Madrid job so that we can take him with us. Did I see and hear the Bianca Belair hair whip at Mania? I did. That's one of the few matches I watched. I watched the Drew McIntyre match. I watched that Sasha Banks match. I watched the end of the Fiend match because I heard it was mental, and it really was. I watched the Cesaro match. I watched the Roman Reigns one. And the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn one. So I kind of just skipped through and watched the ones that were actually interesting. So I had a lovely WrestleMania because I cut out the half of it that was dross. It was just good match after good match for me. I had a lovely old time. Bum, 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 bum. Best match of last week was Walter Ciampa. I haven't watched any of the NXT stuff yet. There's too much wrestling. I haven't even watched last week's Dynamite yet, let alone this week's. I forgot that was even on. I'm so behind on wrestling. I've not watched any wrestling from last week apart from WrestleMania. There's too much wrestling for me to keep up. He's a good player, isn't he? I don't know if we mentioned this guy's quite good. Oops, he did it again. He just ruins defenders. He's got no right to score from that position. Two players on him and he just pretends they're not there. And then such a good finish. It's going to be interesting to see how Romania do in international football in this save with him in the team. Would I ever bring back LOLLUJO wrestling? No, because nobody watched it. And I haven't got time to build a channel from scratch these days. One day I'd like Wrestle Talk to give me a job, though. If you're watching Wrestle Talk, which you should be, Adam Blamplate's in my home team, for goodness sake. Give me a job. Ever watch TNA? I watch bits of it here and there because it used to be, there was a time in the sort of late noughties where I didn't have Sky because I was skint. When I left being a financial advisor and went to uni and had to cancel everything. So the only wrestling I could watch in like 2009, 2010 was TNA because it was on Challenge, I think. It was certainly somewhere free to view. You could watch TNA. So it was around the time Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff turned up there. So I missed good TNA, but I watched a bit of it then. It does mean I basically missed CM Punk's WWE run. So I didn't have Sky at the time. So yeah, oh, that's a good finish. Oh, it didn't go in. It looked nice. I like the little dink over the goalkeeper. It's just a pretty way to score a football goal. Come on! Come on! Ding, 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 ding. Oh, what I want to do, in fact, we're going to do it now. I want to test if the Subathon timer works. I'm just going to turn it on briefly. Because it doesn't seem to just, doesn't seem to be a way to just test it. I think it needs to actually be running while I'm streaming. So we're just going to test it briefly. I'm going to turn it off again straight away. So don't get any ideas. I don't know what ideas you might get. Just keep your nonsense to yourselves. This is for science. Hold on. So let's take the link to it and just plonk it somewhere on here. Right. How do we actually start this, do we think?
Almost at the year anniversary.
Right, there's something that just says done there. The timer shouldn't be done. Shadow Demon, thank you very much for the sub. I reset it. Why is it just showing as done? I wonder if this is the time of day. Do you put that in there? No. I've broken it now. See, this is why we need to test it, because I don't know why it doesn't work. Start. Well. Oh, there you go. I think it just started working. So now, if we could just get, if anyone's got a Twitch Prime that they haven't used, that they could just use to test that, just to see if it adds on 3 minutes, which is what it should do, that would be helpful. I'll just leave it there until somebody does. People are going to think we're doing a subathon when they come in. Thank you for the bits, Beagles. I just noticed you did some bits. Much appreciated. You held fire for like a minute. They could have been the test bits. Oh, there we go. Did they do anything? Teat bits. I don't think they did do anything. I think in order to nerf bits and donations, I might have them set to a minimum of 500 bits or £5 as the donations. I think I might have just swindled 100 bits out of you there, like the scumbag that I am. A Prime sub would be the most handy thing if anyone's got one. I'm not asking for a £5, just if anyone's got a Prime sub. That would be a really sling it in. Let's see if it adds some time on. Bum 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 bum. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. So 500 teat bits. That did add 3 minutes. So I think the way it should work is it's 3 minutes for a £5 for 500 bits or a sub. That's how it should work. So it looks like it is working. Awesome. Thank you, Beagles, for your teat bits, which is what they're always going to be called from now on. None of this test nonsense. So yeah, the plan is we'll start the clock at 10 a.m. Saturday morning with 3 hours on it. I need to figure out, because this is a different time, because last time I did this I was with Streamlabs, Now I use Stream Elements, so it's a different timer. So theoretically, this still caps out after 14 hours. It won't let me go beyond that. We might have to enforce that manually on the day. I'm not staying up past midnight. I'm an old man. I will die. I subbed with Prime. That'll come through any moment, I'm sure, and then it should. So a couple of you have subbed with Prime. I can see you've got your nuts, but it hasn't registered in the activity feed yet. So when it comes through, it should whack some time on, theoretically. Come on, don't fail me now, machine. Come on. Oh, I need to change the font as well. The font's a bit boring. Let's put a better font on it. How do we change the font? It's all very complicated. There must be a way to change the font. Yeah. I have to... Oh, did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Yeah, that worked, didn't it?
I sleep before 10 most nights. This sounds terrible to the young folks, but they don't know what they're missing. Sleep is amazing.
I mean, it's true. Sleep is amazing. It's one of the reasons I moved my start times from... I used to start streaming at 9, and then I moved them back to 8 o'clock starts. Now I start streaming at 7, so I can be done at 10 and get a little bit more sleep. That's the main reason why we now stream as early as we do, which is why we now see the sun in the streams sometimes. Thank you, though, Gambling Blues. That does confirm that it works. I did see the guy who streamed for 30 days. Ludwig, was that his name? I'm not down with the kids. But, yeah, that's some achievement. So I have to know the name of the font to be able to change the font. I've broken it again. By trying to change the font, I've actually broken it. Don't try and change the name of the font, Kev. That's what we've learnt there. Is it just broken and gone now? Oh no, see, it's still working for you. It was broken for me. Right, well, we know that works, so we can get rid of that now. Thank you very much. Set this bed by 9 on Stream of Shade on nights. Yeah, that's just for the bit. You got to have a bit. Right, contracts ahoy. Everyone can have a contract because we're going to win the Champions League. Imagine if we kept this 11 together. There's only one of the 11 that makes a difference. But imagine if we kept this 11 together. There's a lot of players on here who are considered not good enough. Let's bin them off. Get out of here. Get out of here. Srini, thank you very much for the resub. That took ages to show through because you said you did that like 5 minutes ago, didn't you? Wowzers. I didn't realise there was such a lag on the alert sometimes. In fact, I will just check the timer again because that was a prime, wasn't it? I think that's added time as well. I think we can assume it's working. Right. Recruitment meeting. Finally. Ripper's in. How you doing? Question is, do you remember when I was a terrible researcher for Posh 10 years ago? I lasted like 3 seasons. I was rubbish at it. Wouldn't let me give Lee Tomlin a 20 for striker, attacking midfielder, left wing and right wing, which I thought was utterly unreasonable. I would have added central midfield in there as well. He could do all of them. Looked away for a few minutes. Any luck with a Prieto contract? That is a very good question. I haven't actually tried. We should try that. Oh, we do high-speed bumming when we have the rock music on. We have to learn to do that thing with the hands. Not terrible. Hooray! We've got James Maley doing it now. Posh Report on Twitter, and he's great. Better than me, that's for sure. He did great work with Ricky J. Jones this year. One of my favourite players to sign in FM21. And if he develops that way in real life, beautiful. I'm still bitter about not being able to make Tomlin natural in all positions, though. I'll never let it go. Oh, have I got a hydrate? Where's my beverage? I moved it over to my left hand. Right, Prieto. Ooh, that's a nice sound effect. Shall I do the rest of the stream talking into a half-full mug? Do we like that? I imagine the Go XLR could do something like that for me. The song needs to be an outro tune on all channels. I mean, it's stream beats, so it is... I could use it on videos. Any of this music could be used in videos. Oh, what's this? Tottenham. Get out of here, Tottenham. We are leaving this a little bit late. Why are you unhappy? Does he look Spanish to you? Because he is Spanish, so he should look Spanish to you. Still waiting for a team to make an up. What did we agree as his price? I don't remember what price we agreed. Wants to move to a bigger club, struggling to connect with Semir Osmanovic. Well, we'll get rid of him then. If we'll take him out to the woods and leave him there, if it makes you sign a new contract. Feels the club's lead position has a lot to do with Kevin Chapman's influence. I mean, thank you for your kind words. It's probably that Romanian lad that has more of an impact now. Though. Yes, Patrick Southam is in here. Where is he? There he is. I don't think I signed him. I think he was here when I got here. I'll still take all the credit. Go to promises to see the price. Hold on. Promises was there, wasn't it? Where is promises? I should really know my way around these screens by now. Where is promises on here? Home. Then promises. What promises is on here, is it? I don't know the buttons. 25 years I've been playing this game. There's no top left. Home. What, home there? I never knew that was there. What's relationships? I never knew these buttons were here. I knew that one was there. I knew those. I've just got button blindness. So it still doesn't say the price we've agreed. It just says to match his agreed price, but we don't know what that agreed price is. Which is a little unfortunate. Hover over it. What, over that? Oh, there we go. Only 29 million. Whose idea was that? So what do we do here, kids? He's out of contract in the summer. So any non-English clubs are going to be able to offer him a pre-contract. So do we sell him to Spurs in January? Do we take the 29 million now, or because the justification for not selling him in the summer is a year in the Premier League is worth like 90 million quid. So if we're not going to get 90 million for him, we may as well keep him. I guess the question is, what are we going to do with 29 million that improves the team now? We did kind of sign his replacement. We signed this guy with the idea that he would be his replacement. It's actually better than him in some areas. You know what? I don't think that's much of a downgrade, is it? 29 million is 3 Tabakarus. Should we see what's available? So are we getting... We must be getting 100% of our pennies to keep for keepsies. 90%. So 90% of 29 million is almost 29 million. It's like 26, isn't it? Plus the 19 we've already got. Carry the one. Like we're gonna have like 40, 45 million to spend. Are we going to be able to find someone awesome for that kind of price? Are we allowed to sign any more foreign youngsters? How many have we done? Hold on. So we already did. Aka is 1. Costa. Jindra. Dalat. Tabakaru. Hellwig's not. He's was he over? Is it over 21 or over 23? He was 23 when we signed him, I think. Hellwig. Yeah, we just looked at. Valenzuela came from Chelsea. If it's 21. So Osmanovic and Hellwig don't count. So we can have one more young European player. Or is it just young foreign player? I'm not sure. Should learn the rules, really. What have we got on here at the moment? We don't just want goalkeepers. So we can basically splurge on the best one we find on here. Should we have a bit of Wongi? I kind of want a Wongi. Is it wrong to keep signing players based on them having fun names? He's almost as good as Prieto. He's better than Delat, supposedly. And he's called Wongdi. Maybe we just sell Prieto and go for this guy. We could have Wang Wongdi come. If we sign that guy, was there a penis? Did we see a penis before? I'm sure there was a penis. There he is, Michael Penis. I can't sign him. We can get Fatty and Penis. I'm 38 years old. Oh dear. Right. Let's try and sign this guy. Where's Wongdi? So he's asking to leave. He wants to move to a bigger club. Is that us? How much is he going to cost? Has he got an agent? I mean, that's narrowing it down. Thanks, Oliver, you genius. We're looking at something in the 25 to 30 million range, I think. They want me to sign players from lower leagues. What? So the board are going to be happy about this, are they? Oh, we can't play in the Carabao Cup. What's the point? So a minimum fee release clause of 55 million. They'll be lucky. Let's go in at 30 and see what happens. Okay. Let's do that maybe. See if they bite. That'll do. Right. So do we offer Prieto out for 29? And see if Spurs come in? I think that's what we have to do before we get to the end of December, because can we try and add a I don't know, 25%? Because if we leave it until the end of the month, he'll just sign a pre-contract with someone. So let's offer him out and hopefully just do a straight swap. Jeez. How much? He potentially wants more than Tabakaru. Right, get rid of all this trash. What is this? Push that up as high as we can. Push it. Right. So he should be coming in. So now we just need to see if we get any bites for Prieto. Which is a shame if we have to let him go, but I think we found a pretty decent replacement for him there. If I do say so myself. I am a bit special. So Anna tells me. I am the special one. That was just a text message from Anna agreeing with me. Come on, Spurs. Ugh. Oh, that felt dirty coming out of my mouth. Come and make an offer for this player, Spurs. I suppose we should also calm Mike down and sign a centre back as well. Surely does. Hold the phone. This is a Brazilian wonder kid. I don't even care what position he plays in. Oh, he's a midfielder. It's a Brazilian wonder kid. Boys and girls. I don't want to alarm you. This is a Brazilian wonder kid. Oh. Well, we'll have a piece of this. This would be our final. Does that count as foreign if they're coming in from Scotland? Or will we still be able to do one more after this? A Brazilian wonder kid in Aberdeen. It's like Renan all over again. Aberdeen's in Northern Ireland, isn't it? What the? What? That's not what. Where? What? I still want him, obviously. Aberdeen don't need a Brazilian wonder kid. What are they going to do with him? What use is he to them? There we go. Right, what was I looking for? I came here with a purpose. A defender. That's what we need. A centre-back. We've signed so many centre-backs. And they've all been rubbish. If we could bring in a good one, that would be terrific. Christopher Lewis. Hasn't got 5-star potential. Ergo, not good enough. Clement Diaz. He looks more like my kind of thing. 21-year-old Chilean. He's as good as Jindra. Why is his scout recommendation so low? What's wrong with him? Actually, that was worth noting. Who was he? Which one? Where were we looking? On the doodah, what's it? Ah, where are the buttons, Kev? Why are we looking at them? We've only got one more spot left for foreign players in our squad. So, if both of these players come in... Oh, he's English. Okay, cool. That's all right then. Does he have English as a second nationality? He does. We don't need to worry at all then. Arsenal are 3 up. Who are they playing? Is this... oh, hang on. It's Thursday. Of course Arsenal are playing. Bom, 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 bom. Right. We'll just continue with the Tabakaru show for a few minutes. How many is he going to score in this game? They might not even be playing on Thursdays next season. Bless their cotton socks. A pub team in the Czech Republic. Have you seen that we're 5th in the league at the moment, by the way? We're so good at this game. When I say we, I mean me. I'm doing the collective we to try and make you feel like you're included, but really, this is all me. Sir Scream!
Those nuts.
Thank you very much for the sub. 12 months. You've been here a year. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sir Scream. Happy birthday to you. Talking of birthdays, did you know it's NordVPN's birthday? Which means they're doing massive discounts on VPNs. And VPNs are sensational. Especially now we can go out and about into the wide world again using public Wi-Fi. You want to protect Yeah, I mean, we all know what you're getting up to on your phone, you pervs. You don't want other people to know, do you? You need a VPN. Protect your perversions with a NordVPN. Plus, you can watch Netflix from around the rest of the world, Disney Plus from around the rest of the world. You can buy Football Manager if you're in Brazil by pretending you're not in Brazil. All sorts of things. VPNs are great. NordVPN do the best one. And with their birthday deal, it's dirt cheap. Exclamation mark, NordVPN. Down there or over there, wherever it is. There you go. So you do an advert. That's my one. I have to do one long a week. That's my one long. Why hasn't Tabakaru scored yet? I wonder why NordVPN don't have it on their official talking points for sponsorships. Protect your perversions. That should be their tagline. I'm not getting this contract renewed, am I? Oh dear. The manship's in! No. We have got to change the soundtrack for today. We played this music last night, and I just feel a bit giddy with the faster music on. Normally we play like the elevator music, but this is a much better. The only problem is there's only like 12 tracks on this, so it's going to get repetitive quick. But I'm enjoying. Is Prieto's heart in this match? Absolutely not. But the problem is, it's really, really good, and him in behind is his heart in this match. He scored. He scored. I told you, don't be doubting him. I don't want to alarm anyone. We're currently 5th. I know. And you were doing so good on the ad, Kev. I know. It was so organic. I found an opportunity and went for it. I'm going to have to do another long one to send him. I can't send him that one. Hi, Kev. This is NordVPN. We're just checking in that you are actually plugging us on your streams as agreed. Could you send us an example of this week's long advert, please? Yeah. Yeah? Just before I do you guys have an opinion on perverts? Not for them. I'll get that clip over to you within the week. Bye. Prieto's in again. Is his heart in it? Is his heart in it? Lovely stuff. If we qualify for the Champions League, Tabakaru might stay for another year. I mean, we might even get Prieto to convince to sign a new contract. You never know. It just seems unlikely. We need a mid-season reputation change, because that's the thing. It doesn't matter how well we do now. We could finish 4th, and it doesn't matter because our reputation is still where it is. We need to finish 4th and then have it click through, so they know we finished 4th. What's the soundtrack called? It's the Stream Beats Rock album. This one. Stream Beats Originals, Demon, the instrumental version. There is a version of all these songs with some fella singing all over him, but I figured he'd be distracting. If you want some guy making a lot of noise over this music, that's what the stream is for. Oh, what's going on here? It's offside, is it? I hope so. Offside? We are disallowing that, aren't we? Okay, that's all right then. We seem to be taking our time. Thank goodness. I celebrated a little too soon, but it was disallowed in the end. Look, he's miles off. Absolutely miles off. Those two guys, ignore their feet. They're not relevant. Right. Substitutions ahoy. Is Prieto... Can I just get the quote? Where is it? Is Prieto's heart in this match? Having a storming game. Yeah, he's all right, isn't he? Right, we're going to put the manship over on the left, actually. I like the manship over there. I might actually take off Tabakaru. It's very rare, but we've got to keep him aware that he's not a nailed-on always on the pitch kind of chap, even though he is. Plus, Postema was brilliant for us last year, and he's not had a look in this year because of the new guy. But he was great for our 2 seasons in the Championship. And then we probably need to take off McCormick as well. He's on a yellow card. And we all know he's got a history for being a bit of a thug. Reputation boost normally comes late June. Yeah, exactly. I think any chance of keeping Prieto's gone. I think Tabakaru is going to be a long shot as well. It depends on whether he's... I don't know how long the honeymoon period after signing a contract is, because he signed for us mid-July, I think. So he might just be protected through January's transfer window with the whole, I've only just signed a new contract, that they always do. But he's definitely gone in the summer regardless. Even if we won the league. Is his heart in it? Even if we won the league, I think Tabakaru leaves in the summer. Every time I make a triple sub, I immediately get an injury. I mean, if that happened to me, I'd get injuries every game, so I almost always do triple subs. The profit is all that matters. It was a blessing to have him in the first place. And I'd like to think he only goes for his release clause, which is 92 million. Surely, but we've got 100 million in the bank. The board shouldn't be forcing me to accept a lower offer. I guess the issue is if Real Madrid come in and offer 40 million and he's like, well, I want to go to Real Madrid. And I go, well, I don't want you to go to Real Madrid. 92 million, please. And his response is, no, I'm just going to stop scoring goals then. You twazzock. Because I don't want to upset him. Get all this off. Natural Brazilian wonder kid. Who'd have thought? We're just collecting wonder kids now. The plan was never to build a long-term career at Sheffield United, but you can be damn sure I'm not leaving before Tabakaru does. Is he saying he loves me there? He loves me. What a man. The fans have a great affinity towards this player. I'm not surprised. He's the best player to ever set foot on a Sheffield United pitch. Am I doing Kettering again? No, I don't redo my starting clubs. As it stands right now, unless something ridiculous and dramatic happens, either to the structure of the non-league, which won't happen, or to my plans, and I decide not to do non-league to legend the way it normally runs, because I haven't decided yet. But under normal non-league to legend rules, I'm starting with Brackley this year. Oh, as in, am I overstaying like I did at Kettering and at Posh? Yeah, probably. I get attached. I'm not going to offer him out again. I'm just going to... I've tried. We've got his replacement coming in. There you go. Wong Di arrives on the 2nd of January. We've got our Brazilian wonder kid coming in as well. If Prieto ends up staying till the end of the year, then going for free, then so be it. But look at comparisons on Tabakaru. I don't do that. I rely solely on my scouts. I think the game gets too easy if you start getting into the player search screens and stuff like that. Just too easy. So yeah, we'll do it just by... If the scouts found me him, they might find me another one. There isn't going to be another one. But you never know. I almost want to tell him to have a low-key game against Manchester City. I don't want him to do to them what he did to Arsenal, because Arsenal's Arsenal. But Manchester City could just throw his release clause at us in January if he rips them apart. So I kind of want him to play poorly in this next game. Does anyone know if there's a way to switch off the assistant recommendations to sub a player if he gets a yellow card? Probably in here somewhere, I would think. Maybe not. I forgot I had Matt Gill here. Have I got any more posh heroes? In my... See, because we had that 2 weeks off, I forget some of the things that I get up to. We've got Colo Torre in our backroom staff. Well. How'd you say his name? I don't know that there is. So we've got Man City, then Liverpool back to back. Bearing in mind, these are the two teams that wanted my defender that we signed that you all hate. Right, I'm bringing my Brazilian wonder kid in as well. We're having them both. If we get just before the end of the month and try again and Prieto actually signs, then we are so overloaded on attacking midfielders because we're already playing Delart in central midfield because he can't get in the team in his actual position because Prieto's in the way. And now we've got another one coming in. Plus a central midfielder to compete with him. We just got to keep trying with Prieto. If no one's going to pay what we want for him, you never know. We're 6th in the Premier League. Come on. Look at the state of him. Had Messi and Ronaldo as under 18 coaches in my Hereford team in the Prem last year. Nice. If we win these next 2 games, which is incredibly unlikely, if we win these next 2 games, Prieto signs, I've decided. We're going to make that deal with him off camera. We'll ring him up after I'm done talking to NordVPN and apologising profusely for my antics. That all looks acceptable to me. Come on then. Come on then. Whoa. We lean back a little bit too far sometimes. Right. Come on. Ah! I need him in my sticker book. I think. I'm sure he's missing in my sticker book. Hold on. Yeah, he's the only one missing on that page. I've got all of the rest of Belgium. Does that count? I found him in game. That's gotta count. Ridiculous. So close to finishing the sticker book. Come on. We go above Man City if we beat them here. It's very unlikely we will beat them. If we do, we go above them, which would be very nice. You are? Why? No, I was getting excited about my stickers, actually. No, I was excited about stickers. Yeah, it was stickers. There's a sticker that I need, and the man whose sticker I need showed up in the game. And I wanted his sticker, but he wouldn't let me have it. No, I'm not getting overexcited. I'm all good. I'm about to open a fizzy pop, though. What? No, I'm not having anything to drink. No, pop, no. Just having milk. I'll milk Dave. No. No, it's nice. I haven't got a pop. A theoretical pop, if I had one, would be nice, but I don't have one. We're all good. Look, it's coffee. It's herbal tea. You'll never know. Come on, boys. That went everywhere. Oh, he's in. They saved it. Jack / Work the Space has ordered the hardback sticker album and ordered 2 boxes of booster packs. You know the mistake he's made there? Because it's the same mistake I've made, because this is my second box of packs. If you buy the pack of the box of 140 off the Panini website, it guarantees you'll complete the book out of it. And I think the 140 packs, I think that's 120 quid. Whereas these are 75 each on Groupon or 90 each on the Panini website. So both me and Jack have spent more without guaranteeing that we finish the book. I didn't learn about it until afterwards. Bum, 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 bum. Did we just win a penalty? Are we winning a penalty? Apparently we didn't win a penalty. Duke got caught out. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's not something they're massively publicising, but I kind of think they should, because they got so much bad press about them being so expensive. If they just said, yeah, we're expensive, but if you want to guarantee, you can guarantee you complete the book for 125 quid. Because when they did the World Cup one a few years ago, there was all that stuff in the media about how it would cost you £700 to complete the book and all that kind of stuff. Hello, Anna. I'm not shouting. Make sure your PlayStation's not online. You're a good girl. Good girl. I don't shout. Come on, let's have a winner here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Probably bumming at the top of my voice, isn't it? Who's going to grab his goal here? Ooh, their goalkeeper's quite good. Who's in goal for City? Edison still, 10 years in the future. He must be about 50 years old. In my head, he was like 35 when he signed for him. Probably not true. I'd even go so far as to say definitely not true, based on the fact he's still playing for them in 10 years. But in my mind, he was old when they signed him. Oh. Oh. To be fair, it's past a 45-year-old man, but oh my word. What a player. Years ago, when I used to when I was a young man, I didn't know any better, and I'd occasionally fiddle with the editor, like the pre-game editor, and boost up all my players and stuff. I remember one year I accidentally did it wrong on Giuseppe Rossi. So whenever he was just coming through as a kid, that would tell you what year I did this. So probably the first year Giuseppe Rossi was in the game, and I accidentally put his potential, can't remember exactly what I did. I think I put his potential ability as over 200 somehow. I did something basically to the point where he basically exceeded 200 current ability during the course of the save, because I was tracking it on the in-game editor, and he went beyond 200 current ability. I broke it somehow, and he was scoring like 80 goals a season. Every time he touched it, he'd just fire it in from the halfway line. He was an unstoppable, ridiculous monster, to the point where, yep, that's this save ruined. Don't fiddle with the editor, Kev. You don't know what you're doing. But I'm getting big 2005 Giuseppe Rossi feelings about Tabakaru. It's ridiculous. Edison was 23 when he signed. Not 35 then. Okay. I'll allow it. I'm still skeptical, but I'll allow it. I had a regen once that was almost as broken as that. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah. Oh, Brighton. Brighton. Ben White's still there. 32 years old now. 9 England caps. Never went back to Posh. Doesn't know. His loyalties are misplaced there. Sure, he had 2 loan spells with us. I'm like 90. Or am I confusing him with the fella off of Leicester? Knight. I'm probably confusing him with Josh Knight, actually. Now I think about it. Kyle, I hope everything's okay. You've probably already gone, but Poodle Pip. Sheepdog's in. My word. Yeah, he's going to sign. If he signs for Brighton, that's absurd. I can just about understand him going to play for Tottenham, who are below us in the league. If he goes to Brighton, they've got a 4-star reputation. We've got a 3.5-star reputation. We're rich. They're just secure. Neither of us are in Europe yet, but we're pushing for a Champions League spot. If he goes to Brighton, he is an idiot. To the point where I'm tempted to just block a move to Brighton. It just seems so pointless. I'd rather let him go for free at the end of the year. I'd rather than him going to somewhere like Brighton. Oh, he'd be a leading player for most Premier League sides. I'd rather he just went on a pre-contract to Dortmund or Bayern or Sevilla, who were all interested in him. Shall we see if my director of football can work any magic on him? Come on, Doff. Do your thing. No, just nothing. Just nothing. Okay. I think we just got to accept he's leaving. Oh, we've got a bruised wang. That's always troublesome. Should have done it when he had 2 years left. I mean, do you think I haven't been trying for the last 2 years to extend his contract? He's been unhappy the whole time I've been at this club. Because he's always been too good for us and he's always wanted to leave. I've been trying to offer him a contract the entire 2 years we've been here. In fairness, I assume you're leaving the club this summer too. I'm only leaving if Tabakaru does. I'm not leaving while he's still here. Because he could take us on to all sorts of great... And before we qualify for the Champions League and he stays... I mean, that's a big if, but we are in 5th place at the moment with the best player in the Premier League in our team. I wonder if he's made it into the Dream 11 yet. I've never had a player in the Dream 11 with a newly promoted side. He's not in there yet. How close is he? Prieto's actually higher up than Tabakaru on there. We've got 2 very, very good players there. Prieto's actually considered our key player again. They're both brilliant. I don't want to lose him. Oh. Youth intake preview. Excellent. He's just going to go, isn't he? It's so sad. Should we offer him out again for 29? With the sell on and see what happens. See, those offers are all too low. But... So here's the thing. If he stays, we keep one of the best players in the Premier League for another 6 months. And we have a chance of getting into the Champions League, but he won't be here to play in it. If he leaves now for just 20 million, he may as well go for free. I would pay 20 million to loan him for 6 months. It might be a little excessive, but I just don't think those offers are enough. I'm going to annoy him even more now, aren't I? To be fair, he's not kicked off because we agreed 29. I don't think anyone's going to do a buy and loan back because he's good enough to walk into any of those teams. Sell to Brighton, buy him back next year with a better reputation. But we'd be buying him back for way more than we sold him for. That's the problem. I don't think we can pull a Juscelino with him. The only upside to selling him now, and it is a small upside, is obviously we've got Wondy coming in to play in his position, who's almost as good as him, supposedly. And we could use the money that we got for him to buy the centre-back that we kind of need. But Wongi's right up there, almost as good as him in all positions. If we could keep Prieto and have Wongi as well, which I guess we could. The Josevan, the new midfielder. Oh, God. Attack-wise, we're such a good team. Is there a defender we could buy for 20 million that makes it worth doing? No, not really. Not one that walks straight into the team. So on that basis, we just keep him and let him go on a free. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll be one of those players who spends the whole of the second half of the season considering his options and doesn't actually agree to a contract anywhere. And we might, and then if we do qualify for the Champions League, which is unlikely, but if we did, we might just be able to sneak a new contract into him. We could, if we keep them both, if we keep Prieto and Tabakaru, this save ends with Sheffield United. We don't ever leave. That's it. I'm in love at that point. I'm ordering a shirt and everything. Need a world-class keeper yet? I guess we probably do. I mean, looking for world-class anything's a little bit rich as Sheffield United, but we've had some incredible luck with some of the players that we found. I mean, just got to be careful of this. I don't quite know how we've gone over. Is he not fully scouted yet? He's a decent price. You know, I like a young Argentinian goalkeeper. I'm getting Tennessee vibes off of him. Should we just take the plunge and see what happens? What's the worst that can happen? We spend 8 million quid and he ends up not any good. Have we got to play a release clause for this guy? So why did they just flat refuse to... okay, so let's do 4 million up front and 5 million on installments and see if they go for that. Right. Let's go beat Liverpool as well. We've already beaten Manchester City. We've already beaten Arsenal. Let's go beat Liverpool as well. Why not? Come on! Come on. They've got Ethan Ampadu in their defence and Pedri. My boy Pedri's in midfield for Liverpool. That feels wrong. He should be in an Arsenal shirt, sitting on a bench somewhere. Oh dear, that's a terrible pass. I would love to get Donnarumma, although we're 10 years in the future now. Donnarumma's an old man. I've had a lot of Donnarumma time on FM21 as well. I had him at Leicester. I've had him in the showdown several times. I don't know if I want Donnarumma in his 30s. Holland save is the best ever. Changed my mind. Yeah, just head over to my channel 11 AM every day. That'll change your mind. That's the best thing I've ever done. The current home series. Genuine. That's a good goal. genuinely think the current home save is the best thing I've ever done. It just gets better and better and better. How's generic goalkeeper A in this save? I've not run into him. I love my yellow jacket. I might have to get a yellow jacket. I look very sexy in it. Come on, do a football. Lovely. So we've even learnt to defend a little bit. Not a massive amount. Every now and again, we look like we can sort of do a bit of defending, which is lovely to see. You look like a banana. Thanks. Reminds me of the banana rule that I was explaining to Anna today. We now have a banana rule. It's quite simple. Every day, I have to eat a banana, or she has permission to yell at me just to check. Lunchtime every day. If by the time I'm finished my lunch, I've not yet eaten a banana, I'm not allowed to leave the kitchen until I do. It's the banana rule. Got to get more fruit in my diet, and I like bananas. I just don't eat them often enough. That deadline day of 13 signings seems so long ago. I mean, it kind of was, because I had that 2 weeks where I was sick. So it was probably the best part of 3 or 4 weeks ago. But yeah, it was a long time ago. We've come a long way since then, for sure. In a relatively short amount of time. I haven't got the fibre yet, James. Some idiot, who will remain nameless, got the date wrong on the installation, and it's actually happening tomorrow. Can't trust anyone to read text messages and emails correctly. What if there's no nanas in the kitchen? Is that what we're referring to them now as, sheepdog? Nanas. There's always nanas in my kitchen. I think I am some kind of non-banana owning poor person. Trying to think of any way to phrase this. There's always bananas in my kitchen. Mainly because no one eats them. We buy like 3 a month, and there's always bananas in my kitchen. We probably need to buy them more regularly. BT got it wrong. Kev's never wrong. Exactly. When he turns up tomorrow, I'm going to say to him, a bit late, and you were supposed to be here yesterday. A non-banana owning scoundrel. I like it. Gwen Stefani loves bananas so much she teaches you how to spell them in a song. Nice. Forgot Gwen Stefani existed. You don't get a lot of Gwen Stefani these days, do you? I've given up Iron Brew for a month to try and be healthier. If that's all it takes to be healthier, I should be like Captain America. Because I had 1 sip of Iron Brew once, realised it was disgusting, and have never gone anywhere near it since. A banana a day makes Tabakaru's day. That's excellent. I don't think we're beating Liverpool. We just angered them early on with that goal. And now they're making me sad. How good are they? How high up the league are they? They're in 3rd. What is Southampton doing in the mix here? Do they think they're in the Championship or something? In my line of work, it's normal for customers to tell me I'm a day late when I'm not. You just say sorry. Yeah. Might have to. What is that fella doing while we're trying to take a throw in? Deliberate distraction there. I think that's got to be a yellow card. Oh. Remember when I said we've learnt to defend, sort of? I mean, actually, that was a penalty. Fantastic. Oh, good, he's going to his little telly. We haven't lost for ages. I'd forgotten what it was like. Do, 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 do. No penalty! Hooray! Oh, I tell you what, we're getting back into the game. I've decided. Prieto with the corner. We are getting back into the game. Harold! I don't have any intention of selling Harrison Davies. He's getting better and better all the time. Again, he had that one iffy year. He's the best defender at the club, though. I want him to get a knighthood and a testimonial. Mr. Gavlar, thank you very much for the sub. 8 months. Would you sell him if you got an offer of 30 million? No, because he's my captain. I don't sell my captain, my hero. He's my best friend. We're going to grow old together. He's going to be my assistant manager. We're going to overthrow the Weirmuffs. When all of this is over, when all is said and done, when the Weirmuffs are long gone, me and Harrison Davies will stand tall as the 2 true legends of Home FC. We are the only 2 on the legends list. Harrison Davies might be the best player I've seen in his saves in terms of where he started and where he ended up. Certainly one that the one we've been able to watch the journey of all the way through, I'd agree. Dean Morris was arguably better because he played 50 times for England. Started at the same level. Started in Tier 8. Was their first season. But obviously we only had him for 2 years before he went and had his fancy career. We did get him back at the end. And he did play 50 times for England in the meantime. But we didn't see most of it. The fact that Harrison Davies stayed, he's always going to be a hero of mine. Joe Barr and Harrison Davies are the next Ferdinand and Vidic. Alec Lay wants a word. If we get promoted, will he get his knighthood? He'll get his knighthood when it feels appropriate. He might get one in the... he might get a Sir Lee knighthood. The way Lee did in the original Home. Just, oh, it's the last episode and somehow I've not knighted this guy yet. Obviously, he should have been knighted ages ago. Here you go, have your knighthood. Alec Lay's a midfielder on box-to-box. Changed my mind. Because he's a defender. But why play in midfield when I've got no other options there? Harrison Davies reminds me of Sir Mick Powell. Much better player than Mick Powell ever was. Mick Powell was a reserve by the time we got to the Football League. Mick Powell wasn't even the... Mick Powell was the 3rd best player of that youth intake. And if you count Lerick Fernandez from the next year, he becomes the 4th. But Dean Morris, Anthony Harris, Lerick Fernandez, they were all better players than Mick Powell. They were still in the team on merit in the Championship. Mick Powell's the most magical, not the best player. It was just he scored a lot of goals in non-league. He had those 3 or 4 years where he got 30 goals a year and we all loved him for it. But realistically, Micah Beerith's done that this year. But because he didn't come through the youth system, we're not as excited about it and we didn't keep him around. Once you're done with the save, are you going to peek at their hiddens and see what their potential was? I never have before because I'd never have a way to do it. But Tabakaru's making me want to. So we might figure out how to do it. But normally I don't want to know. I feel like it takes something away from the story. It's not for me, it's not about who's got the best numbers and whether I was right or wrong to push certain players. It's about the story we tell along the way. You'll never convince me Goran Pavlov wasn't a hero, for example. I don't care what his hidden attributes were. I don't care what his current ability was. Goran Pavlov was brilliant. We're in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup, boys and girls. We might accidentally win something. Could you imagine? Does Davies get knighted if he scores a playoff final winner? Tom Elliott did. Serenik knew who was a hero without ever playing for Germany. Part of me wonders if that was the German squad selection glitch thing, though. I don't know if we ever checked. It might just be that nobody ever played for Germany. And it was always just greyed out players. I feel like that's something we probably checked at one point or another, but I just don't remember checking. Tabakaru Senajaki. Right now, Tabakaru. But Sir Jackie did it for 6 or 7 years and didn't leave. So we'll see how... Ask me again in 2 seasons. How far have I played in the home save from where we've seen? Like 4 episodes. Probably about 4 episodes further on. I would think 4 or 5. Bum 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 ba-dum bum. Born in America in the mud. It's a really hard series, a really hard save. It's the hardest save I've probably ever done on YouTube. Which is fun. Right, let's go and win another football match. Get ourselves into the semi-final. We're playing against poor sad young Kev. I still would quite like to bring him in. It's just he's so expensive. Just watch him from back here, boys and girls. Oh, look, it's poor sad young... Oh, he's so sad. He's so sad. He just looks miserable. Poor sad young Kev. You got a feel for him. Oh, see, Harem's noticed I'm in negotiations with another goalkeeper and has decided to start playing well, apparently. When you pick the team on board and the star rating is the worst I've ever seen from one of your teams. I can't... Has the episode come out yet where I talked about trying to poach all of the players from the Dream 11 and the Dream 11 in the league below? I just can't sign anyone who's any good. The reputations are so screwed on that save that I can't sign anyone who would improve the team. It's very troublesome. Right, Prieto's picked up a knock here. That might be the perfect scenario. Break your leg and then sign a contract so that we continue paying your wages. Not sure how that team did so well the season before. That's the really baffling thing, isn't it? Because if it hadn't have been for Charlotte Academy last year, we win that league at a canter. There was no one anywhere near us. And this year, there is no Charlotte Academy. There's no one dominating it. Our points total from last year, I think, would win that league this year. And it's largely the same team, and we're just rubbish. I can't get my brain to understand why it's happening. It doesn't make any sense. We know it works. Oh, my eyebrows are actually getting in my eyes. That means I probably need to trim my eyebrows. Like when you get that first season of the Prem, you finish top 6, and the second season you fight relegation. Yeah, it probably is a little bit of that. I imagine, because we're now learning just how messed up our reputation is, I suspect what actually happened is last season, our reputation was so low that most teams were putting their reserves out against us, because you do get that a lot in FM. If your reputation's really low when you get promoted, you end up facing the reserves. So I suspect last year we were facing a lot of reserve teams. Darren, do the team talk. I don't care about penalties. Yeah, a lot like this season we're having now. Although this season isn't just that, it's the fact we've got 2 incredible players as well. We'll see how it. I don't think Bourne go up this year. I'm not as far ahead on Bourne. I've not even recorded Saturday's episode for Bourne yet. It's a little bit harder to motivate myself to play the Bourne save when we lose it all the time. I get that it's fun to watch. Watching me struggle and have a nightmare and have a breakdown on camera, I imagine is lovely, lovely fun. But it's hard to... it's hard to sit there and do 3 in a row back to back. It's a different kind of energy that's needed. What is going on with this penalty shootout? So I don't think we're going to go up this year. It'll be interesting to see what happens next year. I don't want to give up on the save and call it at some point and say we're never going to get any further. I think someone asked me the other day what happens if I get sacked, and I think that's the answer. If we ever get to the point where I'm sacked, we'll end the save. But I think I'll try and persist with it. What I don't want to do is get stuck in tier 8 for 6 years or something ridiculous. I just don't think I've got the stomach for it. We'll see, I guess. But it is noticeable that the FM21's too easy crowd are shut up now, haven't they? It really isn't. I don't know if it got harder with the winter update or if it's just like it always has been, really. If you play an easy save, it's going to be easy. If you play a challenging save, it's going to be nightmarishly difficult. Couldn't play the Born save. I don't have the patience. Yeah, we need a save here or we're out. What was the point of getting to the quarterfinals only to get knocked out? We didn't need the Carabao Cup anyway. Stupid Carabao Cup. Poor sad young Kev isn't so sad anymore. I bet he is. I bet he still looks distraught about everything. Let's check in on him. Yeah, still utterly miserable. Oh, poor sad young Kev. I just want to tickle him. Good to see if you can turn the American Football League into a top 5 world competition. I mean, it probably will get there anyway because of how the database has been changed. In the long-term tests of it we've done, the US League does become pretty competitive worldwide because there's so much focus on it. Like with any league that you have loaded up in the game, if you play it long enough, they'll become one of the biggest leagues in the world. We've all done those saves where you've got Scotland loaded and 15 seasons in, Scotland win the World Cup because you've had the whole Scottish setup loaded and not had Brazil loaded. So suddenly Scotland are bringing through more players than Brazil. I don't think it's quite as overpowered as that these days, but certainly in the old days that would happen. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 boom, 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 boom. We're getting this goalkeeper. Should we try Prieto again? Just after we've got knocked out of a cup? Nope. I mean, I wonder, can we try and cheer him up? Can we stop him being unhappy by tickling him? Is he training well? His development's good. Let's praise that. Can we... He won't cheer up until the promise is over. See, that's a problem because that's going to be after pre-contracts can come in for him. And how long does the promise last for? 48 days left. So beyond the January transfer window. Bum, bum, Bum 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 bum. I've never had a son come through an FM, no. In all my years. Much sadness. One day. Dun, dun. Ah. How many hours have I played on FM this year? It's difficult to know for sure because a lot of them, a chunk of these would have been times where the game was just simming for experiments and stuff. But 1363, 65 of the 98 achievements is pretty impressive. Clearly because you're playing as a 38-year-old, so your son would have already exited the youth systems. Yikes. Posture check. Right, he has got a work permit, so there's our new goalkeeper as well. And one save was a World Cup winning captain. In the other was a mid. Who are we talking? Oh, Ross McCrory. Ross McCrory. Yeah, when he won the World Cup with Scotland whilst at Sevilla. And then we signed him for home. I want to say we signed him for home in the Championship on Twitch last year. Huh. Yeah, bless him. I taught him to play the guitar like this, by the way. This is actually me playing on the track. Oh, it was on YouTube 2 years ago, was it? Okay. So we've got 3 players coming in at the start of the transfer window. That, to me, is good business. If we can somehow keep Prieto as well, that then becomes a sensational business. Who is this guy? I mean, I don't want him. So, yeah, he can just leave. He can go to any of them. Let's get out of here. Watch game on Sky tomorrow night. Planning on watching it? I am indeed. Nice not to have to pay for one. Weymouth will be replaced by musician Adele. And he says, what? Why? I don't understand. Right. Who are we playing? Who are we playing? Stoke. Stoke came up with us last year, didn't they? I think. Did Stoke come up with us? Is he a winger now? I'm sure we used to play him as an inside forward, but he is left-footed. So we will play him as a winger. I'm pretty sure we've played him as an inside forward there all last season. We're not on Sky, are we? I'm just going by what Fleming said. I haven't actually looked. I won't look until just before kickoff. I probably wouldn't have looked at all if he hadn't said it. If we're not on Sky, then I guess I am paying for it. Have I seen the WWE releases tonight? I haven't. Who has been released? Ah, we're all playing in goalkeeper kits, apparently. Samoa Joe's been released. Wow. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce is mad as well. I imagine they go to AEW. Chelsea Green will go to AEW, I should think. Well, Samoa Joe's a really interesting one. I can only assume they've refused to clear him to wrestle. And he wants to go and wrestle. Because I thought he was good on commentary. So if he was happy not wrestling, I imagine he would have stayed as part of the commentary team. So I imagine he's like, no, I'm going to go and wrestle. Well, we're not going to clear you. Well, I'm going anyway. Bye-bye. Be very interesting to see where Samoa Joe turns up. I guess, does he go back to Ring of Honor? I can't really see. See, Samoa Joe, as much as I like him, I don't think that's an AEW signing. I think they're doing a bit too much of that kind of guy. I don't think you bring him in when you've already brought in Rusev and not really used him. And, I mean, there's others that aren't immediately... I mean, someone like Christian. If you hadn't just signed Christian, maybe you bring in Samoa Joe. But Joe's in his 40s, isn't he? I don't think he fits at AEW. TNA, maybe. Yeah, definitely. Could go back there. Can confirm, Kev, we're going to have to splash the cash. We're not on Sky. Boo. Although, yay, Tabakaru's just scored. Chelsea Green, she's married to Zack Ryder, isn't she? What's he doing now? I imagine wherever she goes, they'll go together. I would imagine the Iconics will turn up in AEW because of Sean Spears. And I think they'd actually do really well there. But it is mad. They were the best tag team act they had in WWE in the women's division. They split them up less than a year ago, then released them both. Same with Tucker, really. It's mad that you split up Heavy Machinery, put Otis in a different tag team, turn him heel, and then release Tucker. Oh, dear. WWE make no sense. You're asking how many goals Tabakaru scored? I think that was his 24th for the season, and it's still December. Only a matter of time before AEW is better than WWE. I mean, for me as a viewer, that happened like a year ago. I only watch AEW regularly now. So Zack Ryder's in TNA, is he? So I guess Chelsea Green does go back there. She was there. She's Laurel Van Ness. Is she? Is that what she was over there? Or am I confusing her with someone else? So I imagine she goes back there. Who else? Bo Dallas. To be honest, I didn't realise he was still there. I thought he got released with what's his face? Enig. Oh, not Obafemi. What are you doing to me? Can't believe he's doing me like that. We can't be losing to Stoke. Although, to be fair, Stoke are one place below us in the league. How is this happening? I'm sure they came up with us. Or am I confusing saves again? What is happening here? Saw a giraffe glasses stand on Amazon. I have a giraffe glasses stand. It's probably the same one. They won the league on the home video. Oh, so it's that save, Stoke. We're in the championship. Okay. So maybe this isn't as bad as it seems to be. Right. Them two over. Get him up there. Get him up there. He's having a terrible game. I mean, we're pretty much done here, I think. Did I just say something? You got promoted to the Prem? I don't think so. We got promoted to the Premier League last year with Sheffield United. That's what I was talking about. My bad for not assuming you already have every giraffe-related thing. I mean, you'll learn. I have a giraffe toilet roll holder. I have a giraffe glasses holder. I have giraffe things. Because giraffes are very majestic beasts. As everybody knows. Oh, you tell him, Darren. Oh, Darren laying the smack down. I like it. Right, Brighton away, then Villa. We should win both of those games. Does Dave have a draft suit? He should. Don't get the point of bringing Mickey James back to not use her, then release her again. She was doing agenting, I thought. Said Stoke and I got promoted last year. Or am I mixing up saves again? Yeah, so as in, did Stoke come up with Sheffield United? Or is it the other save where Stoke are good? Don't try and read into things and get spoilers. Don't you worry. I'm too intelligent to get caught out like that. Imagine giraffes can down a beer incredibly quickly before the first glug has even hit their body. So, I mean, it's a useful skill to have, I guess. It's what giraffes train for, drinking beer. That's why they evolved to have such long necks. See, Anna wasn't as impressed as I was with what I've done to Obafemi, because he just sits like that now. Because I've put some multi-purpose glue spray up his neck, so he just sits there like that. I like it. She wasn't impressed though. Don't get it. I thought that showed my ingenuity. And I love to show my ingenuity. Here she is, look. That's because I was told the wrong date for the internet. You up? Yes, I've been smoking. That's what I've been doing in here. Well, I imagine someone's smoking outside then. Have I been smoking? Yeah, I just sit in my office smoking. What's this player I keep hearing about? Tabakaru, 20 years old, 24 goals from 22 starts, only cost us 9 million quid. This guy, he's a bit special. You're about to see something special. Watch him go and rip Brighton apart. There he is, look. Special. It even kicks off special. Expecting a hat-trick. He got a hat-trick against Arsenal early on in the stream. Was that him? Or was that an own goal? Ben White! Posture check. Hydrate. Zoe, I don't know what cheek wee is, and I certainly don't know why I'd want to smoke it. Smoking's a mug's game. Bum, 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 bum. Why have we got no midfield from that throw? Are we trying to do long throws still? Tell me I've not still got long throws on in this save. That would be ridiculous. Where am I looking? Here. No. Here. Oh, what is this? Why have we still got long throws on? And how have I only just noticed? Here he is. Tabakaru. No, didn't score. Why would you smoke when you get the same buzz from looking at Obafemi with a can of glue up his neck? Exactly. Come on. Here we go. No. The whole, don't get me started on vaping. I really don't get that. I figure if people smoke cigarettes, it's just so they look cool. But if you're doing vaping, not only is it bad for you, but you look like a wang as well. There's no upside to it. At least if you're smoking cigarettes and you've got your collar turned up on your leather jacket and your hair slicked back and you go in a time machine back to the 50s, people think you're cool. But vaping, you just look like a twazzock. Don't do it. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. I know some people use vaping to quit smoking. I'm only playing. I tried it once back when I was a smoker and just thought this is stupid, so I stopped. When I gave up smoking I just stopped buying cigarettes, which made it really difficult to smoke them because I didn't have any. So yeah, that's how I gave up smoking. A penalty. Yes. Vaping is far less dangerous than cigarettes, though. Countless studies have shown this. Yeah, but that's like saying jumping off the 3rd floor of a building is much less dangerous than jumping off the 8th. Yeah, of course it is. Probably don't do either, though. That's Kev's tip of the day. Don't jump off things that are quite high. I'm full of the advice for life here. That's what you get. Not just Football Manager, just general life advice. Don't jump off high things. It'll hurt. Don't stick dirty stuff in your mouth. Exactly. What happened to the one-armed swan? He's still in our under-23s. In fact, no, he's on loan at Rochdale. Casanova's lost somewhere in Scotland somewhere. Don't eat yellow snow. Exactly. Tango's better for you than drinking dog bleep. Probably shouldn't do either. Disagree. Drinking Tango's brilliant. Tango never hurt anybody. Duff Flow, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Bev, yellow snow, should we eat it? Depends if you know why it's yellow. If you witnessed it go yellow and are comfortable with the reasons it's yellow, go for it. I once put a load of food colouring in snow just for fun. It was untouched snow in my garden. I just got the food colouring out. I had all sorts of colours of snow. So that probably would have been all right. But if it's because you just whizzed on it, then don't drink it. Would you drink your own whiz? If you drink your own whiz, go for it. I don't drink my own whiz. I drink Tango. When did this become a comedy and lifestyle channel? I mean, that's one of the biggest compliments anyone's ever paid me, describing it as comedy. It's always been a lifestyle channel. I'm an aspirational man. Pink snow. That's KO George. What save did we have him in? I remember him, but not necessarily who he played for. Oh, I'm choking on my glee at seeing KO George. Never did learn to say his name. Right, here we go. We're having a goal here. No, maybe not. He was at Spurs last year, a non-elite legend. Okay, I remember him being a bit of a Pavlov, bit of a flop. I mean, my worry. See, this is where there is a little bit of grey area when it comes to drinking yellow snow. If you're the one who's just weed in the snow, Tabakaru, if you're the one who's just weed in the snow and it's like proper dark yellow snow afterwards, I think there is an argument for you're so dehydrated, maybe have, if that's the only snow around, probably have a handful of it to sort out your dehydration. It's going to be really watered down. Maybe. That's a maybe. I need scientists to look into it for me. Why are we weeing in public? Why are we eating snow? There's a lot of whys in this scenario. Just not wee on the snow. Exactly. Yeah, that's the only piece of snow around. Well, I've deliberately weed on that, and now I'm really thirsty. There was one patch of snow in this desert. I've now soaked it in urine. What do I do? That's a scenario where you can eat the yellow snow. What if it was the snowman that had the wee? Snowmen don't wee. I've seen the snowman, and at no point does he go to the toilet. And I think it was all filmed in real time. I didn't notice any jump cuts. Tabakaru's in again. Not quite. Snowman wee Tango. I wish. I'd get a snowman for the garden just to milk it every day. I majored in paleontology. I can say for certain that drinking yellow snow that you just bleeped on is a bad idea. All kinds of bacteria living in your whiz. You're one of those. You're one of those hipsters who's going to tell me to wash my hands after going to the toilet next, aren't you? That's all I hear about. Then it's my dirty hands and my sandwich. Not wasting the soap. Soap's expensive. Wash your hands, kids. Especially before making sandwiches. That should be in all of the on all of the warning posters. There should always be a, especially if you're about to make sandwiches, proviso. Washing your hands after using the toilet is fine as long as you're not leaving. Pardon? Don't shake Kev's hand. I mean, don't get me onto the topic of shaking after the toilet. We've been down this road before. We've had a long discussion on stream in the past about the pee patch on a pair of underpants. And I learned that there's lots of people out there who dab with toilet paper. Because my issue is, especially in a public urinal, to stop, for me, as a man in his late 30s, if I'm using a public urinal, I have to shake for so long I look like I'm playing with myself, or risk the damp patch on my underpants. What do you do? And I think, so it's happening. And I think the answer we got to before was use a cubicle and have a little dab of toilet paper. Prieto's going. There's nothing we can do about it. At least he gets to stay until the end of the season. Only 3 shakes. 3 shakes is not going to stop me dampening my underwear. And don't get me started on wearing chinos in the summer or light coloured trousers. In cubicles, you risk a floater. I know. But if you're wearing like light coloured... Oh, is that actually already gone through? They're not even paying him that much money. They're paying him less than we're paying Tabakaru. We'd have paid him that. Look at his release clause. Oh, my word. Oh, the one-arm swan, 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 the one-arm swan. Brilliant. I guess he's gone back to Spain, hasn't he? Does he look Spanish to you? He's just fled there the moment anyone showed any interest in him. He is Basque, apparently. So how did he end up? How did he end up coming through the Sheffield United youth system? Boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. Well, at least we've got him until the end of the season. That's the important thing. Maybe we add Spain on and go and meet up with him one day. I did have a Basque player from Sheffield, although presumably not from Sheffield. I don't know why I'm looking on here. He was born in Ezcaroz, which I imagine is Ezcaroz or something like that, isn't it? I don't know how he ended up in Sheffield. 2023 he came through. So he would have been... Maths, Kev. Young, like 15. Why was he in Sheffield? I mean, I'm not complaining. We got a few good years out of him. Never made any money out of him. But at least we got a few good years. It's my 100th game at Sheffield United. Wow. The youth scouts kidnapped him. Ezcaroz is 241 kilometres away from Bilbao. I don't know if that's a lot or a little in Spain. Spain's a big country, isn't it? And kilometres are stupid anyway. That could be 12 miles or 1,000 miles. No one knows. Because kilometres are so dumb. Doesn't look far on a map, but when you go in directions, it's 241. 241 units of distance that nobody understands. I can't even imagine how long it takes to travel 241 kilometres. 150 miles. That makes more sense. See, I know that. 150 miles makes a load of sense. I can imagine 150 miles immediately. That's not that far then, is it? If you use kilometres and kilograms, you're weird. Agreed. Right. Why are we... Oh, do we want to sell him? I don't really want to. So no, we don't need to. So we're not going to. I'm Australian. Look. I don't know what to say. Change the system from the inside. I'm Australian doesn't stand up in a court of law. Would I ever do a Scottish one? Engaged. Dissolve the metric system because it's too complicated. That makes sense. Agreed. Get rid of it. Bom, bom, bom. Bom, 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 bom. Bom, 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 bom. Bom, 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 bom. Right. This is going to be the last game of the stream, I think. How can metric be hard? Because it's a system based entirely upon nonsense. It means nothing. I couldn't tell you what I weigh in kilograms. It's a nonsense system. How is metric complicated? It's not that it's complicated. It's that because it's not how anything is measured, it doesn't, you know, I know how far a mile is. I know how much a stone is. But I don't, it's just, metric's dumb. Fahrenheit or Celsius? Celsius, because I'm not a maniac. I prefer a system based on medieval stones. Yes. Subathon Saturday. We don't know until tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm getting my new internet, hopefully. If that all goes well, then yes. Dum, 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 dum. Come on, we'd like a win here to finish off the evening. We've had a lovely old time. Let's have another win. Even Charlie agrees with me. That's worth a win, I think. So what we want to do now is play Prieto into the ground so he turns up in Spain injured. When I try to calculate length, I think my feet are a perfect measuring instrument. Because that's exactly what the unit of measurement known as the foot is based on. It's different for each person because it's based on the size of their individual foot. That's exactly what it's based on. It's called 8% of your base maniacs. That's low for me, to be honest. Hydrate. Bum, 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 bum. It makes so much sense how many feet are in a mile. I don't know. Miles are measured in miles or half miles or quarter miles. Or if you get really close to the signpost, you'll get something in yards. Feet. Feet's how you measure how tall you are. Right, the manship is injured. This is not good. 5,280 feet. Exactly. An easy to remember, nice round number. I always change FM steel in stones yards. Yeah, so do I. Because I'm normal. Feet is for up and down, yards are for side to side. That makes perfect sense to me. Perfect sense. $568 millilitres in a pint. Ridiculous. You have about a pint in a pint. It's about a pint's worth. That's how much a pint is. Although Americans take it too far and start measuring in cups. Which is a little bit silly. You should change FM to shillings and groats. I would if I could. I like my currencies to be simple and easy to understand. Oh, hang on. We've not got what's his face on. We can't make that normal substitution. Prieto is broken. But then I guess he's leaving, so who cares? Let him break. What harm's going to be done? He's on 3 million threatening bits a week. Exactly. I'd like that. Fine a player a shilling halfpenny for missing training. Give Prieto injections for any injuries just to ruin him further. I'm a YouTube watcher for a year now, and the first time I come into the stream, I see LOLLUJO having a go at the metric system. Sorry for being a salty metric system fanboy on my first visit here. I mean, apology accepted. Tell me you're not actually a metric system fanboy, though. I'm just being a troll. If people actually care. Oh, dear. We're all just more comfortable with the one that we grew up with. That's all it is. Even though English schools try and teach you the metric system, we all ignore it and just go with what our parents say. And, you know, like what's on the road signs. It's all well and good trying to talk to us in kilometres, but all the road signs are in miles. We're just totally mixed up in the UK. I thought we were only 1-0 up. We're all right at the moment. Wouldn't call me a metric system fanboy, just a regular logical person that doesn't live in England or US. It's nothing to do with being a logical person. It's to do with the fact that's the system that's used where you live. That's all it is. Here we just... You can, I mean, you'll go into shops and it'll have the two different systems in shops. It's insane. You'll buy a pint of milk for a 2-litre bottle of Coke. The system is nuts here. Who is this guy? In pubs, you'll buy beer in pints, but spirits are measured in centilitres. There's no consistency. Love that I can go in one shop, my dress size is 10, and then in another it's 16. I don't have that problem. I'm not a 10 anywhere these days, unfortunately. The system's against me. You know, milk is measured in pints because a pint was the average yield from a single cow. I didn't know that. I'm fascinated if that's true or not. I also love the fact that prawns are sold in pints. That was always one of my favourite things from wandering around markets as a kid. The fact that prawns are sold in pints. Amazing. You weigh yourself in stones and pounds, yet everything else is metric. It's not everything else though, is it? Like, you'll buy a pound of sugar. Are we going to get loads more money if we bump this up? Not really. We're not getting any extra money, so we may as well just leave it as it is. Right, we're just going to let our transfers go through. And then we'll wrap things up. We'll check how good these boys are when they arrive. Who needs Prieto? We've got Wongdi. Look at that. That's a set of signings. Narit Wongdi is in. He's the best right winger we've got at the club, apparently. Almost as good as Prieto as attacking midfielder. Let's do a comparison of the two of them. I tell you what, boys and girls. Woo! We've done all right here. They are very, very similar players. Whoa, knocked the microphone off. I think we've done very well with that piece of business. And then we've got our wonder kid goalkeeper. That's right, a wonder kid goalkeeper. Argentinian under-20 international, genuine wonder kid goalkeeper, touted as the next Amadeo Carrizo, whoever the hell he is. And then Josivan. Is he a wonder kid as well? He was a wonder kid. He's got too old for being a wonder kid. He's had a birthday, the rascal. When we originally bought him, he was a wonder kid. Josivan, our new Brazilian under-20 international central midfielder. Language courses. Give them all a tickle. And then, fingers crossed, Saturday morning, as long as the internet doesn't break tomorrow, we will get to have a look at them and see if they're any good. I hope they're any good. Desperate for them to be any good. Record transfer as well for Wongdi. Cost us more than Sander Berger did. What's this? Do we know who he is? Oh, he's that guy we almost bought in the summer. Yes, you can have him on loan. Yes, you can have him on loan. Boom. Job done. Round of applause for Kev. Round of applause for Kev. Genuine genius. Let's find somebody to raid. Who's on? Which? Let's raid Ches, because Ches always raids me, and I never get the chance to raid him, because he's never usually on when I finish. So we're going to go and see the Chesnians. Go and say hello to the Chesnians. Behave yourselves. And I'll see you hopefully 10 a.m. Saturday morning. If not, it'll be 7 o'clock Sunday night. Just keep an eye on Twitter and you'll find out which. Toodle pip. Bye-bye now.
Hey everyone! Welcome to the stream